What is going on, my friends? Matitude22 here today, bringing you guys another new video, guys. Another new action figure extravaganza, and you can see right there. I'll give you the quick pan. This is everything we got in store for you today, my friends. Of course, if you're interested in checking out the packaging, make sure you check it out at the end of the video. I will be putting it there. Sorry guys, I forgot what I was gonna say for a minute. Anyway, moving on, friends. I don't know where to start. All right, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just get in with some wrestling figures. We got a couple wrestling figures here, guys. You know I'm all about the WWE. I'm all about the pro wrestling. Let's start it off with our IKonics battle pack. Should move all the figures out of the way, right? All right, let's kind of clear this table up, and we'll come back. All right, so we're kicking it off with our IKonics battle pack, which I know they have elites now. I actually really like this battle pack, though. I think these figures look great, and the elites are exclusive. So unless the elites are available, become available at my local Toys R Us or even Walmart, probably just be sticking with these two for now. All right, so they both have somewhat matching gear. They both have kind of the blue two-piece, but slightly different. So you can see Peyton's got some red on there and right there on the arm, and she has the arm sleeve, whereas Billy Kay doesn't. Also, Peyton's gear a lot more detailed, so you can see on the butt there's some nice deco right there, and even on the back of the sleeve there's some deco. Billy Kay is just pretty much basic. I mean, they got this part here which is supposed to look like, I guess, glittery or like a studded belt. Also, the hair sculpting is different, so Peyton's got the more kind of long flowing hair in the back, and Billy Kay's just kind of got it parted at the side. Face sculpts are good on both. I would say the Billy face sculpt is a little better than the Peyton face sculpt, but that's just kind of me. As far as boots, they both have the same kind of basic boots. Again, Peyton's got some deco there. Billy doesn't, just some black lines. And she's got the kind of longer boots, whereas for Peyton, they're just shorter. Both have the sculpt. Both have one sculpted fist and one sculpted slap hand. The reason why I'm kind of holding them like this is because they won't stand. No matter what I do, they just don't want to stand at all. So there you go. All right, we'll only look at articulation on one. So head moves side to side, arm moves up to there, moves in like that, out like that. Got a small bend on the elbow, wrist rotation, and no wrist hinge. The elbow does have a swivel in it. She got a waist twist. Hips move out this far, kicks this far forward, doesn't kick back, and we got a single jointed knee and a boot swivel. And you can actually, forgot to mention, you can see it says IKonics on the side of Peyton's boot and Billy's as well. So there you go. So yeah, they have pretty much the same boots. These are really nice figures. Not great, don't come with any accessories, but I really like them a lot. I mean, if you're kind of not, if you live in Canada like me and you don't always get the exclusives, then I think those will just be those are nice placeholders without kind of having to worry about going crazy and trying to get some crazy exclusives, which again, if you live in Canada, forget it. Next, we'll take a look at the First Order Jedi Sith Trooper. This was a Force Friday release. I didn't get the carbonized version. I just get the standard version. I picked them up at Toys R Us. I know the carbonized version for this guy, he did come in a red box. I think he was exclusive to Amazon, I want to say. Very nice looking figure. For starters, He comes with this really cool looking kind of rifle. It looks kind of like an assault rifle, like a plasma rifle. Really cool, and it's got black with some silver and red on there. And this gun looks really unique too. I can't recall off the top of my head if they're completely original or if we've seen these before. I think these might be new weapons though, because they do look really, really nice. He does hold them both, but he does have one trigger finger. Sorry. So this hand doesn't have a trigger finger. Sculpting is nice, and there's some nice texturing on the helmet and on the body, even on the back. Other than that, just a pretty standard stormtrooper, just a pretty red first order stormtrooper, but really nice. Very, very nice. Like I said, I really like the deep red, and I got some nice sculpting. And to go along with this guy, I did actually get the carbonized Jet Trooper, which was a Walmart exclusive. Very nice. So you could see even the figure has that kind of shiny white deco. There's some stuff there. And then he's got the jetpack. Again, I think his gun is... Well, this gun I know is brand new. And you can see even the legs. It's just got that shiny, that metallic finish. I said deco. What I meant to say was finish. It's got like a metallic finish. Again, the box will be at the end, so if you do want to see the packaging, I do suggest you stick around. Sorry guys, it wouldn't be a video if I didn't yawn for no reason. But yeah, make sure you stick around to the end of the video if you want to see the box. I do suggest it because it is really, really nice, and this figure is really nice. Helmet is a bit different, similar shape but different shape. Just very cool. Just a very cool trooper, and I kind of buy one of every trooper. I'm not really an army builder, but I buy one of every trooper, and sometimes they're very similar, and it makes it kind of like, did I really need this? But I like when you get one that's really, really different, because it really feels it really feels a little more justified, because it's like, yeah, oh yeah, this guy's completely different. I did need to get this guy. So, very cool. Yeah, very cool looking figure. We'll look at the articulation. Actually, we'll do the articulation on this one. Head moves side to side. We get a forward and back. Arm moves up to there. Moves in that far. Out that far. It, of course, does do the full rotation. He's got a bend in the elbow. Wrist rotation and wrist hinge. We got the diaphragm joint. Hips move out this far. He kicks this far forward. Kicks that far back. Double jointed knee, which you could get a really excellent range of motion on. And ankle pivot and ankle rocker. So there you go. 2 new troopers to add to my collection. My ever-growing collection of troopers. And next, why don't we get into this guy? I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat. Don't remember what it's called, and I no longer have the box to show you, because what you guys don't know is that packaging that you're going to see at the end of the video. Move back. Move back. There you go. Focus a little bit. That packaging video that you're going to see at the end, I actually already recorded it, so I forget what this guy's called. It's another Jurassic World figure. I guess we'll take a look at the gimmick first, so you can see he's got the tail whip, and he has the biting. He's got some nice dark yellow on the jaw and on the neck. The rest of him, it's mostly just this green and then the red on top. And on top of this red here, it's almost like a purple. It's almost got like a purple shading to it. So it just looks really nice. He stands okay. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this guy. Articulation, the hands, the arms do move all about. And the legs do have swivels on them. That's pretty much it. The neck doesn't move. You just have like people hands. Something to note, they do look like people hands. No paint on the nails. Same with the feet. You can see the toenails very distinctively, but they're not painted, which, you know, it's all right. That's kind of a minor thing. But yeah, nice looking figure, and you know, he's got the teeth, the yellow eyes, and of course he's got that bumpy kind of scaly texture. Mattel just continuing to kill it with the Jurassic World figures, man. I really like this toy line. I'm starting to hit a block where I'm like, I don't know how much more of these I could buy, because I feel like I'm just rebuying the same basic figures. But as long as they keep putting out nice, cool, unique ones, I will happily keep buying them. I like this figure quite a bit. Next, this feels kind of fitting because Mezco just put their Mr. Freeze that we saw at Toy Fair last year up for pre-order. We have the Batman Missions Mr. Freeze, which, all things considered, is an okay figure. This is kind of like the Batman Missions line, so it's Mattel, but it's kind of more their smaller. Not smaller, but they're less articulated. They're more basic figures. But actually, this Mr. Freeze, I think, is really cool. So I think the face sculpt is spot on, and I love that it comes with the removable dome. And it just pops on, and it locks into place. It doesn't feel loose at all. He comes with his freeze gun, which unfortunately does not really have any paint on it. It's just a silver gun. I really wish it would have had a little blue paint in there, but you can see that he holds it. He can hold it quite well in either hand. It's like he's about to shoot some ice. And a little bit of sculpting on the body. And you can see the silver pack on the back, which is removable. Again, no paint to it. The boots are a lighter shade of kind of gray, I should say. Well, darker than this, but obviously lighter than this kind of navy blue, and then he's got some red in there. I mean, this is not a great figure, but I would say this is probably one of the easier Mr. Freeze figures to obtain. I think I got this guy at Toys R Us for like $5 because he was on sale, because these Batman Missions figures are not terribly expensive, and for what they are, they're pretty good. I think this is going to be a nice kind of placeholder until Mezco puts out their Mr. Freeze. Until then, yeah, like I said, this is going to be a really nice placeholder. Articulation, if you take the dome off, you can move the head side to side. That's pretty much it. The arm does swivel up and down, and it does move out a little bit. He's got a bend in the elbow. You can see it better here. This one's kind of locked. He has a wrist rotation and wrist pivot, waist twist, and just kind of cut joints on the legs, and a bend in the knee. So like I said, very comparable to like the Mattel basics, which in a lot of cases, basics are good figures. They're not as good as elites, but sometimes you need to get that character. I would have loved a multiverse Mr. Freeze, but for now, this is what we got. And if you find this figure, I think pick him up. I don't think this is a bad figure to any degree. And again, I don't know if this is a figure that even needs to be upgraded, because I think he's really good if you overlook the lack of articulation. But there you go. That is Batman Missions Mr. Freeze. We're gonna keep it rolling. Let's look at a trio of ladies. So we have Karma and Wolfsbane and Wolfsbane. And she doesn't really want to hold the arrow, but we got holding it in the other hand without dropping it. We have Danny Moonstar. So these predated the Stepford Cuckoos. This was basically Hasbro's first foray into this, into kind of giving us one figure. So it was Dani Moonstar, but she came with alternate heads, so you could have Wolfsbane and Karma. I like this idea. I was able to get these at my local EB Games, which, if you don't know, it's basically the GameStop of Canada. So I was able to get them at my EB Games relatively easy. They had 3, no issues. The body is exactly the same. The only thing that's different is Wolfsbane's hands, and obviously the head. Other than that, the bodies are completely the same, and Karma comes with her own distinct hands, but they're the same kind of hands as Dani Moonstar. Accessories, Karma comes with the little blast effect, which I don't have here. I don't remember what I did with it, but it's just kind of that same spell casting effect we've seen over and over again. You know, we've seen it come with multiple figures. It's just purple, and like I said, Dani Moonstar comes with the bow and the arrow, which I think is nice. I think the faces are really nice on all 3 of them. Only do articulation on one, so we'll do the articulation on Wolfsbane. My camera could focus, so you can see the head moves side to side. We get a forward and back. Arm moves up that far, moves in there, out like that. We got a swivel at the elbow, single jointed elbow. The camera doesn't want to focus on. Let me get these 2 out of here, and there you go. So we got wrist rotation, wrist hinge, diaphragm joint, hips move out this far. She kicks this far forward, kicks that far back, double jointed knee, and ankle pivot, and ankle rocker. So yeah, very nice. You can see the Wolfsbane head. Very cool looking. I like the hair. I like the sculpt on the hair. I like the sculpt on the face. The other 2, I'll just show you quickly. So you can see Karma. She's got the glowing pink eyes. Looks nice. And there's Dani Moonstar. Again, looks very, very nice. So yeah, I kind of like this idea where it's giving you kind of one character, or it's giving you one figure, but 3 different heads and stuff. I mean, obviously for me, I'm a universe builder, so I want everybody. But part of me is just kind of like, why didn't you just make a 3-pack? But that's what it is. All right, let's keep it going. Actually, guys, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna come back and look at our Dolph Ziggler. But first, I just need to take a little break because I need to get a little beverage. So I'll be back in a minute. Well, it'll be like a couple minutes for me, but it'll be like a half a second. All right, we are back. I am rehydrated. Here we go. So now we have the Elite Dolph Ziggler. Forget what wave this was. I'll tell you in the packaging portion of the video. So you can see Dolph. He's got the nice Forever Rebel, I guess that's what it says, jacket with the light, nice logo. Some deco on the pants. I like the Intercontinental title. This was kind of back when Dolph was relevant. But yeah, the Intercontinental title there. Face sculpt is good. Minus, not a fan of the hair. And I not just the design of the hair, not just the way it looks, but I just don't really care for how it's kind of got. I think it's got too much shading. Like Dolph's hair is inherently blonde, and he's just kind of got some hints of black. But yeah, they really went heavy with the shading on this one. The jacket is a soft material, so which is nice. Glad to see Mattel doing this. It's something I really would like to see them do a lot more. You know, get out of doing the hard plastic kind of jackets where you can't really move them or pose them. So hopefully they'll kind of do a little more of this down the line. Articulation, pretty much what you'd expect expect? Can I expect? Head moves side to side. We get a forward, up and forward and back. Arm moves up to there. The jacket doesn't impede the articulation at all. You just gotta kind of move it around. You can see the arm moves about back that far. I would be careful. Definitely don't want to force it too much. He's got a double jointed elbow, wrist rotation and wrist hinge, waist twist and ab crunch, double jointed knee, ankle pivot and ankle rockers. His only accessory was basically these alternate hands, these alternate kind of open hands. So not bad, not great. Like I said, not a big fan of the hair. Let's do, because we got two kind of import figures here, so let's just kind of get into one right now. And let's take a look at our Demonical Fit Special Forces Captain, but it's basically Captain Ginyu. I bought this before Figure Arts had announced that they were going to be doing a Captain Ginyu, but even if I hadn't, I probably still would have gotten this guy, because Demonical Fit has already given us 3 members of the Ginyu Force. I don't think that Hasbro, wow, you could tell certainly used to reviewing Hasbro stuff. I don't think Figure Arts is going to go all the way and give us like a complete Ginyu Force. Whereas Demonical Fit, they've already given us 3, and the other 2 are in development. So I would have got this guy either way. And to be honest, I like this figure. I know a lot of people criticize him, but I think he's all right. So for starters, I love the kind of vibrant, bright violet skin. It's not too dark. It doesn't really have any shading, but I kind of don't mind that, because the Ginyu Force they're supposed to be kind of like almost like Power Rangers. Like, that's my understanding. So I like the idea of them being just vibrant and standing out. And like I said, even though they don't have really any shading, that's just very minor to me. Head sculpt looks good. You can see it comes with the scanner, and these little armor bits are on hinges, so you can pose those around. They don't inhibit any articulation, and he even has the Ginyu Force logo, which is very nice. Other than that, standard kind of Namek Frieza's army. He's got the pointy boots and the wristbands. The very Saiyan armor. Before he's got the 2 horns. Very cool. Articulation, the head moves side to side, forward and back, and the neck you can also kind of move, not very much. Arm moves up to about there. It does swivel, and you can hinge it. You can hinge the joint of the elbow forward and back. If you guys can see that. Nice bend in the elbow. Wrist does rotate. He's got a diaphragm joint up here and down here. Kicks this far forward, kicks that far back. Double jointed knee, and just kind of like the Figure Eyes. I think, if I'm being honest, I think these are just as good as Figure Arts. And he's got the ankle pivot, ankle rocker, and the toe joint. Like I said, I know a lot of people are not a fan of these figures. Some people are, some people aren't, but I kind of like that Demonical Fit is kind of giving us these characters that Figure Arts really isn't doing. Like the Figure Arts, the Naruto line ended, and there's still a lot of characters they could have made. So hopefully Demonical Fit will kind of continue that. He comes with a ton of accessories. So we can see he's got the shouting head, the happy shouting head. He's got the grinning head. He's got grinning head, no scanner, and angry yelling head. Comes with 2 finger poke of doom hands. You can see. He comes with the open Power Blast hands. He comes with 2 fists. and then he comes with 2 karate chops. So again, you get a lot. You get a good amount of accessories. I would say the only difference between this and figure arts is, maybe some of the paint is not as tight. Where figure arts, they probably would have a lot of shading and they probably would look a lot better. But I'm really happy with this figure, and if this just becomes kind of my Captain Ginyu, I would be a-okay with that, because I like this figure. I think this is a nice figure, and I look forward to kind of hopefully at some point finishing off the Ginyu Force. The only complaint I would say is these figures come out very, very sporadically. They don't seem to have a regular release schedule. But all right, next we're getting back into our Black Series. We got another Black Series figure, another Force Friday reveal, another Rise of Skywalker figure. We have Rey. This is Rey from Rise of Skywalker, so you can see she's got the lightsaber, she's got the gun, and the staff. Very cool looking figure. I think this is more closer to her Force Awakens than Last Jedi, which is probably a good thing. Blaster is nice. The handle is painted black. No really paint on it other than that. And of course, the lightsaber has a lot of nice paint and nice detailing on it. It's got the nice translucent blue. Rey head sculpt is so, but I like it. And the staff is nice, and I like that you can just kind of tie the staff up there, and she can hold all her accessories. Again, I know she never kind of used everything at the same time in the movie, but I like to display my figures with holding as much of their accessories as I can. But Rey also suffers from the problem of just doesn't want to stand. Great. There you go. There you go. She also comes with a little Dio pack-in, where I think a lot of people thought Dio was going to be more of a big deal. Like, people were thinking Dio was going to be like the next BB-8. But I would say Babu Frick kind of took that place in the annals of the Rise of Skywalker, but in the larger scope of Star Wars, Baby Yoda kind of beats everything. All right, my friends, moving right along. Next, we have the SH Figuarts Blanka from Street Fighter. Really, really cool looking figure. Just gonna get him standing. Find he has a little trouble standing, but once you kind of get him in a good pose, no issues. But it's just a matter of getting him there. All right, accessories. I won't go too much into detail. He just comes with the alternate yelling face and 2 alternate fists. This is kind of the main accessory, which I think this is really, really cool. So it's like they're like slides of Chun-Li and Ryu that make it look like he's electrocuting them. I think that's a really nice feature. I know with the figure art stuff, we always get those with the Street Fighter stuff, I should say. We always get those like little backgrounds. I never kind of bother. I never kind of do anything with those. I don't really bother with them. But those little cards, the little slides effects for Blanket to make it look like he's electrocuting people is pretty cool. Although I wish they gave him some actual electricity effects. Unfortunately, that's as close as you're gonna get to having him electrocute somebody. But what if I want him to electrocate? That doesn't make sense. What if I want him to electrocute Guile, let's say? I wouldn't be able to pull that off. Anyway, looking at the figure, he is good. This is not a figure where I don't really think you could vanilla pose him. So you can see on the arms, he does have a butterfly joint that swivels in and out on both sides, which makes for some extra nice posing. I find, though, you can't get a good... there's no good way for it to look like he's just standing still. You're always going to kind of have that gap. So it's almost like you really got to pose him with his arms outstretched like that to kind of make it look good. And that's just me. That's just my opinion. I like the loose kind of not ankle bracelets, but shackles. That's what I meant to say, shackles. You see, those are kind of nice, and they're a nice kind of bronzish, shiny paint. He's got his brown shorts. The legs look good, and they move really well, so they swivel pretty much flawlessly. They hinge forward and back, and they move side to side. Got a nice bend in the knee. Not the best range of motion, but certainly the effect of the knee looks good. It doesn't look too bad, so that's kind of nice. And then he has ankle rocker and ankle pivot, and he's got the toe joint. Toenails are painted, fingernails are painted. Good feature right there. For the upper half, he's got a diaphragm joint on the top and the bottom, and then the head and the neck do swivel. Yeah, like I said, great looking figure, but you really got to get him posed like something like that. Just a nice kind of pose, just to make him look good, or else yeah, I think he doesn't work well. Like I said, I don't think this is a figure that's good for vanilla posing per se. But other than that, I like the bright green skin. I like the orange hair. Really cool, really nice. I would say Blanca, probably one of my favorites in this line so far. Just really cool. Alright guys, moving on. I know this video's been running a bit long, and I try to not make it too long, so I'm gonna try to get it done. Next we have our Mezco Doctor Strange, which is just a phenomenal figure. Just truly a work of art. I love the big kind of flowing cape. I love the kind of big flowing cape. I love how it's magnetic. It just pops on there. You can see the Eye of Agamotto. The tunic is a nice soft fabric, and the pants are fabric. But at the same time, I mean, even in the feet, even when you kind of pose them, you kind of get the bend on the knee. It feels stretchy, but it doesn't feel like at any point like it's going to break, which is nice. And the cape has a bendy wire. Does the cape have a bendy wire? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't have a bendy wire, but it just flows seamlessly, so you can see getting them in a nice pose right there. That looks really cool. Or you can kind of get the arms outstretched. The arms, I find, are a little bit more stiff, especially this one. I find it's really stuck, and I'm scared to try to force it too much. I really don't want to break it. He's got the gloves with the polka dots. So he's got the spellcasting hand. Face sculpt is really good. As far as articulation, the head moves side to side, forward and back. We have an ab crunch, or maybe more of a diaphragm joint. Yeah, we got the double diaphragm joint. Hips move out this far. Again, I would be careful. You don't want to split his pants. Kicks this far forward, kicks that far back. I already showed you the bend in the knee, and then the feet do hinge forward and back. And he's got ankle rockers. Very cool. And the material for the cape, it's like a nice silk. Really nice. Really feels really nice. And it's even got some detail going down on the bottom. And detail on the Eye of Agamotto. is amazing. I would say I would say, yeah, this figure is almost perfect. Actually, not even almost. I would have to. Sorry, guys, something fell off my table. Alright, sorry guys, I just missing a. Alright, sorry guys, little distraction. Something just fell off my table and now I've lost a piece, but whatever, we'll kind of deal with that later. Apologies for that. I should have paused the video, but I didn't, but whatever. Anyway, I'm not gonna edit that out because I don't do any editing, guys, because I don't do editing because I like to give you guys the raw dog reviews. That's what this channel should be called, Matitude22 Raw Dog Reviews. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea for a name. All right, there we go. We get the base with the seal of whatever. Cool looking base. And for any good Mezco, it's the accessories that are the true kind of shining star here. And let's get them all out. So it comes with two separate effects. This one's like a nice translucent blue with a star in the middle. Very cool, very shiny. And then he's got a similar one that's just yellow with a triangle. Both look really nice. And then this, I really like this. So as if you get him pose kind of sitting down, you can place that. And basically this is like his astral body, just kind of escaping from his regular body. Really cool. The detail on that, awesome. Really, really nice. He comes with some hands, so he's got one fist, and he's got an open hand for the right, and then a karate chop hand. So it comes with a Eye of Agamotto that's closed up. I don't know why you'd want to display him with that, but if you want to, you have the option. And it comes with obviously the hook to connect them to the base. So if you want to get them flying, you can do that. A lot of different options, a lot of different posing options with Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate, Dr. Strange. Oh, and actually, he does come with two fists. My bad, there was one that got left in the bag. Wow. My apologies, guys. I recently injured my jaw, and talking is really quite painful. But I just kind of wanted to get this video done. Please forgive me if it feels like I'm kind of rushing through. I am to a degree, because I don't want this video to be over an hour, because I know people often don't want to sit and watch a video that's that long, and I get it. But I'm just gonna try to do my best here. But yeah, like I said, my jaw really does hurt. All right, so next we have, and lastly, we have our Jetfire, our Siege Command Class Jetfire. As you can see, he's quite tall. He's too tall even. He's too tall even for my camera and tripod. All right, so there we go. Extreme close-up of the face. Very nice. You can see the Autobot logo cleanly displayed. I don't even know how to do this, just because he's so huge, man. All right, top perspective, I guess. All right, he does have a ginormous backpack, which is fine because that fits with the character, so I don't necessarily mind it. And then he has his big kind of gun. It's like a double barrel shotgun, and he's got the two guns that you can clip on the side of his arm. Those look pretty nice. Paint is whatever, not a lot of paint on him per se, minus the little red and blue accents. but you can see he's sculpted very nicely. He has some nice texturing on the legs, on the back, very cool. On the back of the shuttle part. Accessories, he comes with a bunch of fire and blast effects, which you can just kind of see right there. I'm not going to go through all of them. These I think are for Omega Supreme. I don't know why they're in there. And he also comes with additional guns, if you can believe it, if you didn't have enough guns. And I just lost one. So he comes with these, which look like little blasters with missiles. Those are obviously for the jet mode, I do believe. And then this chest piece, I don't understand how you kind of clip this on. I tried. I couldn't get it to just clip on. I haven't really looked at the accessories yet. Let's see if I can. Let's see if without even looking at the accessories, I can figure it out. I suspect I won't. I don't know. I feel like it's just supposed to pop on, but it doesn't. But you do get that. I'll go into a little more detail with this guy when I kind of transform him and show you his alt mode. But for now, that's kind of what it is. Let's get this stuff out of the way. For now, we'll need that later. Articulation, the head moves side to side. We get a forward and back, but I think that's mostly for transformation. The arms do rotate, and they do have nice ratchets. They hinge out. Hands do rotate and hinge as well. Again, though, they don't really hinge as much as you open them up for transformation. And he has articulated fingers, which is actually really cool. They're not individually articulated, but that's not something you see very often. Torso does slightly rotate, but that's about it. You're not going to be able to do too much with it. And he kicks this far forward. Doesn't kick as far back because of the backpack. And he has a nice ratcheted bend in the knee. And then the ankles. Or the feet do kind of move in and out, but again, that's just for transformation. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of wrap up the video here, and make sure you stick around if you want to see him in his transform mode. Some people might not really be interested, but make sure you stick around if you want to see that. Also, make sure you stay to the end of the video if you want to see all the packaging for these guys, which I know is a important part of the review, but again, not everybody is as interested in the packaging, so that's why I'm kind of sectioning it off. Thank you always, guys, for your support. Please like the video, share, comment, subscribe. Again, the goal is to eventually get time codes with all the different figures, so if you want to skip ahead to a certain review, you can. That is in the pipelines. Hopefully, maybe not with this video, but hopefully with the next one. We'll try to get that done at some point. Thank you guys, as always. Have a great day, and I will catch you next time. And again, make sure you stick around if you want to see his alt mode, and stick around even further if you want to see the packaging. Have a good day, and bye. Alright, my friends, you can see we now have Jetfire in its alt mode. Very nice. So, a lot more traditional kind of space shuttle versus the last Jetfire I think we got was the Generations one. Now, that seemed more like that alt mode was more like a jet. This feels really more like a space shuttle. I really like it a lot. Looks good on the bottom. No kibble sticking out for the most part. For asking me why I'm kind of recording it like this again, it's because I always set my table up for my next video, and then I forget, and then I just don't want to take it down again. But Anyway, so that is it, guys. He comes with this kind of battle pack you could just put on, but you can remove that and then just have him be a more traditional space shuttle. So yeah, you do have some options. This fits together somewhat nicely. I always have a hard time fitting one of these in, but other than that, looks really cool. And I will just transform him one more time, and I'll show you guys his more like battle mode, I guess it is. But yeah, I'll show you guys that. Alright, there you go, my friends. There he is in his, I guess this is kind of like a battle mode, I don't know. But he's got the face, he's got the alternate face, he's got the alternate chest. Really cool, the dual guns, the wrist guns. Really nice figure. I like this figure a lot. The biggest key, I think, is for a larger figure, the transformation is really perfect. It's not overly complicated. It's simple. I usually shy away from doing the transformations on camera, but this is one that quite simple, really nice figure. If you don't have this figure, please really do yourself a favor and pick this guy up. You will not be disappointed. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the packaging if you want to see that. If not, I will see you guys in the next video, and have a great day, and bye. Alright, everybody, if you have made it this far in the video, if you're still watching, then that means we are at the packaging portion of the video. So we're gonna kind of just quickly knock these out. Alright, so here is Siege Jetfire. Pretty cool, and I'm wearing Transformers pajamas, so that's kind of fitting. Let's see, on the side, there is the back of the package. And there is the other side. Moving on, we have the Concavenator. Not really a whole lot to it. These Jurassic World packages are pretty much hit and miss. And there we go. We have the carbonized Jet Trooper. Pretty nice, actually. It kind of makes me wish I had actively tried harder to get these on Force Friday. But there you go. You can see the bio. Really nice, really shiny and sparkly. Yeah, it makes me just kind of wish, like I said, you know, I wish I had tried harder, but oh well. And there we have the Jet Trooper and Rey. Not really a lot to say about these. I mean, Black Series packaging. You can see the bio for the Sith Trooper right there. And there is the bio for Rey. Again, not much on the other side. We have Danny Moonstar. I only kind of kept one, despite the fact that I got 3. See the bio for Danny Moonstar right there. There you go. If you're curious about how much I paid, $30. See, everybody's all fired up now because GameStop is charging $30 for their Legends or whatever. I've been paying $35 this whole time. There's Batman Missions, Mr. Freeze. Again, this is a pretty simple packaging, not really too much, but I really like the artwork on the back. I don't know if they I don't think they sold this Batman, but that would definitely be cool as a figure. I almost feel like that would have been a better 2-pack, but oh well. Blanca, number 9. Figure number 9. And there we go. I just dropped it. Very cool. Some different poses. That X-ray one is pretty cool. There's Blanca. We got Battle Pack 61 IKonics. Didn't buy anything else in this wave. No bio, nothing. Pretty average. We have our Demonical Fit Special Force Captain, which is basically Captain Ginyu. There you go. Pretty cool. We got Elite 70 Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler right there. See the bio on the back. The only other thing I got in this wave was Johnny Gargano and EC3. And then last but not least, we have the Mezco Doctor Strange box. Which is, you can see all the different stuff he comes with. There you go. Very cool. So there you have it, friends. That is the packaging stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.